Hello everyone. It's James again. And today, I want to talk about something very important. So I'm going to just dive right into the topic at hand. You know people. Things are just getting out of control. And they have been for some time now. However, we are able to see these sad happenings on video either real time or shortly after they've happened. Yes. There are good people in the world. But boy oh boy are there some wicked ones. But that's what the elite want. And there's going to be a special message in what I'm saying here today. And that's don't get swayed by the way of the narcissist. Don't get swayed by those that do evil. Because there are those that are evil through and through. They feel no happiness by doing good. But they only feel and enjoy to do evil and to sadly harm others. But then you have those that by and large are good people. But because of the situation or circumstances they are in, they can be drugged down and swayed by those that love to do evil. And I'm telling you, if you have an ounce of good in you, those that love to do evil will be able to sense it and they will do everything in their power to drag you down to their level. So what does that have to do with today's topic? Well, as some of you might have heard about it or you watched the video. There was what appears to be a teenager opening fire in broad daylight on a sidewalk in the Bronx a few days ago. As a 10-year-old little girl is trying to walk home from school. It just made me sick when I watched this. And the video shows this young girl running for her life as the bullets are flying and trying to open up a door of either a nearby business or apartment. I believe it was an apartment. But I could be wrong. However, the door was locked. Nearby there was a woman that stood by this young girl while this horrible situation was taking place. Until someone on the other end of the door opened it up. Look people. The elites allegedly have been a part of making sure drugs and guns have made their way into certain neighborhoods for decades. 1. To make their money. And 2. So they can be a part of destroying society and preventing young men and women from growing up into their full potential. So my plea is for any of you young boys and young girls that are in such neighborhoods. Please stop giving these people what they want. Please. They want you to kill each other. They want to see you in prison. And they want to see you gravitate to evil. And in every neighborhood, there are those few that are already full on evil. And it's their job to work on you and those around you to bring you down to their level of destruction. Don't do it. Don't do it. But with that being said, regardless if the narcissist demon is born or made, we know they exist. Because someone that can open fire with innocent people running for their lives has truly gone evil and flat out doesn't care. No matter if this so-called teen that opened fire started out as a good child and developed into evil, or if he started out evil and is still evil today. All I can say is, it's a problem. You see, these gangs get these children and they get them to do these horrific acts early so they can learn to not care and so they can become stone cold killers. So opening fire in a crowd is not a problem for them. It's time when these problems happen that good people stand up and stand together and take their streets back. And say they are tired of the gangs. Good people standing on the street corners. Good people walking the children home from schools. And make the gang members uncomfortable and feeling like it's not a place for them to be. And start making music that promotes a good life. And frown upon those that make music that promotes evil and going to prison. Again. There was someone that came out a while back. And I don't know if this is true or not. But he said that there was a meeting amongst the music industry to promote gangs, violence, and drug selling. All to fill up the private prisons. Because the more inmates they have, the more funding they get from our government. Wake up people. Those that have a heart should band together and patrol these streets, at least walking their children home. And in the process you can start to talk to some of the troubled children. To find out what their problems are. And maybe you can catch them right before they are about ready to go down this horrible dark road. Because most of these gang members talk about joining a gang because they had no love at home. And their gang is their family. When in reality oftentimes the gang is using this as a lure to get this new gang member in so they can use them to do crimes for them. And last I checked, those that love us shouldn't be trying to lure us into doing things that are wrong. And that can hurt others and get us in trouble. It's time we wake up, people. Stop letting the narcissists and those that love evil run our streets. Because this 10-year-old girl was very lucky. And I pray this young girl doesn't have nightmares and problems due to a result of her traumatic experience. But as we know, this kind of thing happens with innocent victims that aren't so lucky. And their lives are taken at the hands of an evildoer that cares nothing about the loss of life. Oh, and by the way, an arrest has been made in this case. 16-year-old Edgar Garcia is currently in custody in connection to the shooting. 16. What is it going to take for people to take their streets back? For us to realize all of this is being done to us on purpose. So society is turned into a playground for those that love evil. Something to think about. Well, that's all I have for now. I do hope your day is blessed. And until next time. Bye for now. And be good to yourself.